The world is loud right now, and it wants you to believe that it is paying attention. Screens glow with images of destruction, with rubble and smoke and faces frozen in grief. News alerts buzz constantly, headlines repeat themselves, and outrage fills social media timelines across the globe. The world appears engaged, emotional, and responsive. But somewhere else, the ground is opening quietly. In Sudan, there are no crowds of cameras surrounding the suffering. There are no endless panels of experts debating morality, and there are no urgent countdowns on cable news. Instead, there are mass graves being dug by hand, and families standing over fresh dirt with no audience. Entire neighborhoods are erased without headlines, hospitals collapse without coverage. Women are violated as a tactic of war, children starve and die from sickness, and villages burn with no one watching. The violence is relentless and the death is constant, yet the world continues scrolling. This is not a matter of scale or severity. It is a matter of visibility. Some suffering is amplified and repeated. Some suffering is explained and contextualized. Other suffering is ignored entirely. In Sudan, the people are black, unmistakably so. They are Nubian, deeply and visibly black, and their pain does not disrupt global comfort. Their deaths do not shock the international conscience. Their grief is treated as familiar, expected, and inevitable. It fades into the background as if it belongs there. Elsewhere, suffering is framed as urgent and unavoidable. It is presented in ways that are recognizable to the world and legible to audiences who have been conditioned to empathize. The difference is not humanity and it is not innocence. The difference is hierarchy. That hierarchy decides whose grief deserves headlines and whose grief is buried in silence. This is not a competition between tragedies, and it is not an attempt to diminish one suffering to elevate another. It is an exposure of how empathy is distributed unevenly and how anti-blackness operates without needing to announce itself. Anti-blackness does not always appear as open hatred. More often it appears as indifference. It is the indifference that allows mass graves to fill without outrage. It is the indifference that treats Black death as background noise. It is the indifference that turns genocide into a footnote. The silence surrounding Sudan is not accidental. It is historical, it is global, and it has followed Black suffering. It is the same silence that has always been present when Black people die without strategic value or visual appeal. The ground in Sudan continues to open as families mourn in dim rooms without electricity or cameras. Children continue to die without witnesses, and women continue to suffer without protection or recognition. The world does not lack information about what is happening. What it lacks is willingness, and that silence tells a story that no headline wants to print.